It's time now for the latest from Holland Public Schools on the WHTC Morning News for this Wednesday, August the 19th. Jason Trainer joins us from his office, the administration building for Holland Public Schools in our Zoom connection. Jason, good morning and welcome back to WHTC.
Hey, Gary, good morning. How are you?
We are well. Hopefully all is well, and we are a week away from the start of classes. Even though it's going to be a little different, is there a buzz going on, not only in the building, but also in the other buildings around the district that we're going to have kids in this classrooms a week from today?
Yeah, it's actually really fun to be in a school building at this time of year where teachers are getting prepped and some trainings and that sort of thing. So to see a building that has been empty more or less since March start to bring some life to it as teachers come in, and we have a lot of families who are coming in to take care of business in the front office. So yeah, just to see a little bit of activity and life in the hallways, and it's very fun right now. It's also a lot of work. We've got a lot of things that we have to tie up in the next 7 days. HLA, the Van Raalte Elementary School, the mold remediation that's happened over the last year, they're still finishing up carpeting and tying up some loose ends there. But every building has some things that we just need to tie up in the next week, especially given the situation with the COVID-19 and making sure that we have the right signage. We have arrows on the floors so the kids know which direction to go. There's just a lot of activity that's going on in the next 7 days.
Part of it, of course, today is schedules and class lists are now being posted.
Yeah, today you will be able to go to your parent portal or your student portal online, and you will be able to see the class that your students have been assigned to. Now, this is for face-to-face learners. Our online learners, we're still working out some of those details as to who the teacher of record will be for those students. So this is just for those kiddos who are going to be coming back to school physically in the building. You also see these class lists should be posted at the elementary schools as well, where you can go see who else is in your classroom and what teacher you have, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's happening today. In fact, the principals are meeting as we speak right now to talk through the last of those details. So that's an exciting time for a lot of families to go see, which of my friends are going to be in my class this year.
And of course, the open houses are very important because not only the parents and guardians get a chance to meet the teachers, albeit very briefly, but at least get a little sense of what to expect when classes begin a week from today.
Yeah, what we're hoping is that on Monday and Tuesday that those kids who are going to be coming back for face-to-face learning, so the open house is not for the kids who are coming or who are going to stay home for online learning in the fall. This is just for those face-to-face learners. It's going to happen Monday and Tuesday. And again, what we've done is divided the times up by last name. So A through L go at a certain time, M through Z go through a certain time on Monday and Tuesday. You want to check our website, hollandpublicschools.org/return to learn for all of those details to make sure that you're going to school at the right time. Don't forget to bring a mask. And really, this is not, like you say, Gary, it's not what it's been in the past, where every brother and sister and both parents and everybody comes and you see where your brother is going to have class or your sister, what the classroom schedules are like. We really want to limit the number of people in the building. So maybe just one parent with the student to head out to these events. And then, of course, there's the walk the schedule that's going to happen tomorrow. We really want to encourage this for families who are new to a building. Again, we're trying to limit the number of people who are in the buildings. So if you want to go walk your schedule because you don't know where your classrooms are at the middle school, or you're a ninth grader at the high school, you've never been in the high school before. If you're new to the district or new to an elementary school, we'd love to have you come around and see where it is. But again, if you're a sixth grader and you've been at Jefferson your whole elementary career, you probably don't need to go do the walk the building. No teachers will be there. So it really is just to see the building So we'd love to reserve it for those who've not been really familiar with those surroundings.
One question I have, Jason, and maybe you can't answer, but maybe you can to a certain extent, because of the fact that the open houses especially are geared more for high, by, brief contact. But there are some parents and some guardians, and rightly so, would probably have some concerns about, I want to get to meet my teacher a little bit. The teachers are going to teach my youngsters, get to know what they expect from us and what we expect from them. How is that going to be encouraged with Holland Public Schools right now because of the fact these open houses, which would have been a good place to get that rapport, it's going to be kind of brief?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time this summer. I was part of probably about a 30-person committee who spent a lot of time talking about how are we going to engage parents and families to be sure that everybody feels like they're getting the messages, that they feel connected, because the rules are going to basically make it harder for us to connect. So we need to have a lot more effort. So what we're going to do is make sure that everybody is trying to engage those parents in other ways. You'll see, I think parents send a lot more letters home, a lot more emails home. Some teachers may even do parent meetings like we're doing over Zoom, that sort of thing, where you can get questions answered and that sort of thing. But you're gonna see those specifically from teachers and those sort of communications. So yeah, it really, if there are, we say, yeah, do a virtual fist bump and introduce yourself to your teacher and then head out. If you do have some concerns, take a minute to talk with the teacher, but we do kind of want these open houses to move a little quickly. There will be opportunities where you can connect with your teacher. Certainly you can email, you can request other times to talk with the teacher when there's not so many people around during the open house.
One final thing, Jason Craner, you mentioned about these open houses really for students that are going to be in the classroom. What about those who will be doing virtual learning and online learning? What about them?
Yeah, the online learners, we are, again, today we're kind of working through the details of, I think we have the elementary schools almost done with teacher of record for those about 600 and something students, who's going to be their teacher of record. We're also now working through middle school and high school to see who those teachers are going to be. But we do have an event coming up at the end of this week on Thursday and on Friday. These are for those online learners only. So just the folks who are going to be staying home learning online, come to the school that you're assigned to. Even though you're learning at home, you're still assigned to, say, Heights or Jefferson or the middle school. We want you to come to the school and pick up your Chromebook for the older kids and iPads for kindergarten through second grade. That's going to happen Thursday from noon to 6. And then Friday from 9 to 3, there'll be some folks there to hand out those devices and to make sure that we're connecting with those parents as well. And then I've also, our assistant superintendent of instruction has been working with the teachers to make sure that each of those teachers reaches out to those learners by August 25th, by the Tuesday, before school starts, to make sure that they're introducing themselves and some of those details. The online learning is going to look a lot different. The HPS teacher that is assigned to the student is not necessarily the person who's going to be doing a lot of the teaching. We have Odyssey Ware or Michigan Virtual that is actually going to be doing the curriculum. The teacher of record will be there to kind of counsel or be a mentor, but not necessarily a teacher or a tutor for those learners who are at home. Really, it's that vendor that is going to be providing that level of instruction.
He is Jason Craner. He is with Holland Public Schools every Wednesday. He tells us the latest what's going on with Holland Public Schools. Wish you and all involved with Holland Public Schools well in this final week before classes begin. More information is at hollandpublicschools.org. Jason, take care, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Thank you. I really want to encourage folks to, a lot of information, and it changes so often right now, that it's important that you continue to look at the website, hollandpublicschools.org, for updated information. I'm changing it really like 3-4 times a day. So make sure you're going there to check out what's happening. All right. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you very much, Jason Craner from Holland Public Schools on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC.